Hello, folks. C.W. Johnson Jr. here, and I thought I would just give you an update on what's been going on my travels. So far, on my travels through the upper Midwest, I've been through Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. That was a side trip that dropped off some nieces and nephews at a camp out in Ohio, Christian camp, political camp that I like to go to, and came all the way back from Ohio through Indiana back to Illinois all in one day. It was fun. We've been through Missouri, Iowa, Wisconsin, and now I'm in Minnesota. So far, I've seen the birthplace of Mark Twain and his boyhood home in Hannibal, Missouri. Been in the Mark Twain Cave. Seen the hometown museum for Walt Disney in, can't remember how to say the name, but it's in Missouri, Marceline, Missouri. Been down to St. Louis, been up in the Arts, seen the boyhood home of Buffalo Bill Cody, Buffalo home of John Wayne, birthplace of John Wayne, in Winterset, Iowa. Seen the American Gothic House, the world's largest rocking chair, the world's largest pitchfork, the world's largest mailbox. Got a picture of my dad in the mailbox because he used to be a postal service man. Seen the world's largest cherry, the world's largest frying pan, and the world's largest M, among other things. Also saw the cornfield and the baseball field from Field of Dreams, excuse me, and Laura Ingalls Wilder's birthplace. Among other things we've seen so far at the Upper Wisconsin Dales, and I did not realize what a tourist trap that place was. We've seen some of Frank Lloyd Wright's houses and the House on the Rock, which was like going through a Tim Burton movie. So far on my trip, I've been reading Gentleman on the Prairie by Curtis Hacknett. It's about Englishmen who came and tried to settle the prairie in Iowa during the Victorian times. It was a colony they set up for rich young men that established their way in the world. We listened to a autobiography by Scott Iman about John Wayne, the life and legend. A lot of language in it, but it also shows what a fascinating character and part of American history John Wayne is. I've read John Wayne by Michael Munn. It's more flattering than Iman's book, and really inspiring. Also, I've been reading a book about Laura Ingalls Wilder, the Prairie Fires book that just came out. Now we're listening to the Little House on the Prairie series as we drive through the Big Prairie. Been to some bookstores. I went to a bookstore, I forget its name. It was in Madison, and I got a book there about the American Civil War and the American West. There was a book I regret not picking up. It was called Forgotten Founders, and it was about how families, hardworking families who endured hardships and dangers in the West were the real settlers of the West, not the cowboys and explorers and the cavalrymen we hear about all the time. That's a picture of a family in their wagons, a very famous Western picture. So I got a book there. I've been to Red Wing, Minnesota, where they have the world's largest uh, Red Wing boot, and they also have a very large pair of pants next door in the Duluth Trading Company. In Red Wing, they had a store called Fair Trade Books. I went in there, and they were like, every first time someone visits, we gift them a free book, and they gifted me Chesapeake, a novel by James A. Michener. I haven't read any of his. I've gotten one book from his from the libraries before about Poland, but I never got to read it because it was so long. I'm really looking forward to reading that one. I think I've read one of his history books. We were in a Laura Ingalls Wilder site down in Spring Valley, Minnesota. It was the Methodist Museum in Spring Valley, and they had a bunch of books in their gift store for like $4 and $3, $2 vintage books. So I got a few. Uncle Sam's Navy Boys, With the Marines, by Robert Lee James, Gunner's Mate, USN. Bill Bruce on Border Patrol by H. Arnold. Uh, Looks fun. Irony of ironies, being up here from Louisiana, here in Minnesota, I find a book about Louisiana. Bon Aventure, A Tale of Louisiana by George W. Cabell. cable. And Cavalry of the Clouds by Contact Captain Alan Bott MC. Looked very interesting. Very They were very economical, vintage books. My mom was like, "How are we going to drive the trailer around all this extra weight?" And I'm like, "I'll walk home." That's my intense love for books I have. A book lover and his money are soon parted. And I wish I had better track on my pocketbook as well as I do my collection of books. Um, Also in that fair trade book in Red Wing, we got I got another book about George Washington, Surprises of the British at Trenton. Looks very fun, very big book. I'll probably do one movie about that come December because it was his Christmas attack on the Hessian troops. And fun thing about that place in Red Wing, don't want you to sit on getting your book. You have to say out loud, "Books make great gifts," and they do. So I'm about to go in Anytime Fitness here, and that's what's been going on here in my travels. I hope to keep you all updated as we travel across this beautiful free land of America. God bless you. Have a great day.